This is the solar eclipse, and I'm in London, England
at the
right
sun,
now.
man.
I wanted to show
Don't
you
look at the
guys
sun.
what it
Keep
looks
your-
like here.
I'm looking
So
at-
as you
keep
can
your
see,
phone
there
down
are
or
some
keep
clouds
your
up
eyes
above
down.
me. But if we look
I'm
at the
looking at
sun
my
over
phone.
here,
Talha,
you will
hold
notice
the
that
phone
something
like
has
that,
happened to
and
it.
then you
It's
see.
kind of been cut off
No.
a little bit.
I'm looking
Now,
at this,
obviously,
'cause
my
my
camera
phone is
doesn't do
covering
justice
it.
No, you
to
don't
how
need
much
to
of an
put your
effect
eyes
this
down.
has on your eyes. You have to be looking directly into the sun.
then
And
you
not
put
through
the
any
phone
type
up,
of lens or
not yourself.
anything, because it could
Put
damage your
eyes-
retina.
eyes down.
But from where I am standing, it does appear that part of the sun has been covered up. If you go down further and look toward the
this.
horizon,
Put
you
your-
might even get a better view.
Can you?
There was actually a point where I looked out over the horizon and saw the moon completely cover the sun. That was about 10 minutes ago. Now, the reason why the sky isn't blacked out yet is because the moon hasn't fully moved across the sun. However, when it gets closer to being fully covered, that's when the sky starts getting darker. The last time I experienced a solar eclipse was back in 2017. And honestly, this one feels different. In 2017, I was in Texas, and during the totality phase, which means when the moon covers the entire sun, everything got extremely dark outside. Like everything went pitch black. Here in London, however, even though the moon is covering most of the sun, it still seems pretty bright outside. Maybe it's just the fact that I'm in London, or maybe it's just the weather conditions today. But for whatever reason, this experience definitely feels different than the last one. What's also interesting about this eclipse is that the moon is so close to Earth right now that it appears larger than it normally would. Normally, when you see a lunar eclipse, the moon is farther away from us, so it appears smaller than normal. However, since the moon is so close to us right now, it almost looks gigantic compared to the sun. One thing that's really cool about this eclipse is that you don't need special glasses in order to watch it safely. Since the moon is blocking out most of the sun, you can literally stare straight at it with no problem. Of course, you should probably use common sense when staring at the sun. Don't try to stare at it for too long. Just take a quick glance every once in a while, just to make sure you catch all the action. As far as viewing locations go, there are many places around Europe where you can witness this event. Some countries include Sweden, Denmark, Northern Ireland, Scotland, England, France, Germany, Poland, Romania, Hungary, Croatia, Slovenia, Italy, Switzerland, Austria, Slovakia, Czech Republic, Poland, Belarus, Ukraine, Russia, Mongolia, China, and Japan. These were just some of the countries listed. However, depending on where you live, your location may vary slightly. For example, if you lived in Canada, then you wouldn't be able to see this event. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think of this video down below in the comments section. See you next time. Bye-bye.